Got it.
All right, we are live.
Great, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the April 7th meeting of the Facilities Committee. On Google Meet with us is Mr. Helms, Ms. Merrill, and Mrs. Helms is on the phone. So I call this meeting to order. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Sorry, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Aye.
Aye.
It says aye. The first item on the agenda is the Monroe High School replacement turf and track bids. Mr. Burnett.
Bids were received on March 24th to replace the synthetic turf, the track, and the long jump runway. The lowest responsive bid was provided by Sprint Turf LLC. We would like to include bid alternate number 3, which is for a hybrid synthetic turf for $21,100 into the contract. The remaining project budgeted funds is $716,120, and that funding source is the 1920 CIP. So in the memo, I do talk about some of the other bid alternates that we're not recommending, and primarily due to where we are on the budget. We do have sufficient funds for this, but what we're recommending, so pending legal review of the contracts, staff requests the Facilities Committee recommend the Board of Education approve contracting with Sprint Turf LLC with bid alternate number 3 for the total sum of $668,200.
So we're under budget by about $48,000, $47,920, correct? Okay.
Yes, and we would consider using that as a as an allowance, an unforeseen. It's not in the contract, but that would be how we would pay for anything that came up on the project.
And just to clarify, Monroe High School is getting the same type of thing that they have now. We didn't take anything away, correct? Okay. Okay. So does anyone else have a question? If not, I'll entertain a motion to recommend this to the Board of Education.
So moved.
Mrs. Helms seconded?
Yes.
Yes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Christina, that's a 4-0 vote to send it to the full board. The next item is the CATA painting bids. Mr. Burnett.
This project was bid on April 3rd to paint the interior and exterior at CATA High School. Peterson Painting provided the lowest responsive bid at $133,550. We're recommending acceptance of all bid alternates. The budget is $295,000 and the funding source is the 1920 CIP. We did have concerns about the price that was offered. We did check references. We got really good references, and so we are recommending that we use this company. You'll see on the next bid that they also bid that project. We aren't recommending them on that, but for this one, for CATA, pending legal review of the contract, staff request the Facilities Committee recommended the Board of Education approving contracting with Peterson Painting. That's inclusive of all bid alternates in the total amount of $133,550.
Under budget again, okay. Does anyone have any questions? If not, I will entertain a motion to recommend this to the full board.
So moved.
Christina moved.
Second.
A general question
Okay.
after we vote.
Okay, hold on then. Do I have a second?
I seconded it.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and Mrs. Helms so that's a 4-0 vote to send this to the full board. Mrs. Helms had a question.
So since schools are out until May 15th, I'm not sure how painting it, that would be qualified under construction and therefore classified as essential work. If that's the case, can we go ahead and get painters in some of the schools and do some of the hallways, et cetera, to go ahead and start painting now? Since schools are empty until the 15th?
So as far as after we get the contract done, we are talking to the contractor about starting sooner. And of course, we do need to be mindful of the possible deadline of May 15th. So we are talking with the contractor about doing that. And by the way, we, with our own staff, are also doing some other painting projects around the district.
Does that answer your question, Mrs. Helms?
It kind of came in and out a little bit, but not necessarily this contract, but just all the contracts that we've approved prior to this that we were waiting for summer or et cetera, for the kids to be out of the building, staff to be out, or the majority of the staff to be out of the building.
He's talking to each of the contractors about whether they can get the work done with the May 15th date in mind. So they are having conversations, but he doesn't know how that'll work out.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the Porter Ridge High School painting bid, which is a little more complicated.
Bids were received April 2nd to paint the Porter Ridge High School. The recommended bid was provided by Universal Contractors, Inc. At $269,500. Staff's recommending acceptance of all the bid alternates to the contract. The budget is $295,000 and the funding source is the 1920 CIP.
This was the easy one, sorry.
So pending legal review of the contract, staff requests the Facilities Committee to recommend the Board of Education approve contracting with Universal Contractors, Inc. To include all bid alternates in the total amount of $269,500.
So under budget again.
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions on the Porter Ridge bid? If not, I would entertain a motion to recommend it to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All those, Mrs. Helms seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's a 4-0 vote to send it to the full board. I know the closing item is adjournment and to go into closed session, but I want to just say that the next meeting of the Facilities Committee is going to be on Thursday, April 23rd at 9 a.m. So if you could mark your calendars, that would be great. And if you have a conflict, please let me know. So the next thing is a motion to go into closed session. I need a motion to go into closed session pursuant to NCGS 143-131 for the consideration of bids.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, okay, 4-0 vote to go into closed session. Thank you. Hold on a minute while we do that.